Welcome back to another episode of Chug Day. Today is Chug Day episode 2. If you didn't catch the first one, check the link down in the description to watch the first episode of this brand new series. Today I've got a genty idea of a riff that I would like to run, and hopefully this time I have corrected the audio issue that I had on the first episode, so please let me know how this all sounds. So we're already going to jump into everything. We got our Reaper session open. I am going to load up some Archetype Gojira today. As you know, I love that plugin. It's just chock full of great sounds, and my favorite one is the Chunk sound by Richard Henshaw from the progressive metal band Haken. They are right up there with Dream Theater for me, and it's just all around great music. So if you haven't ever checked them out, definitely check them out. Gojira is really good too, but they've just got one of the better heavy, chunky plugins out of all of the Neural DSP stuff, and that's what we're working with. So the idea that I had for this riff kind of goes something like this, and we'll flesh it out a little bit. Ready? Simple enough, kind of typical genty sound, but hey, I'm in a genty mood. So let's get something recorded here. So you got to get the tempo. It's definitely not 211. Let's go like 180. Let's see what that brings us. Let's bring it down. Let's go to like 170. How's that? Okay, that's probably good. I might even bring it down. Let's do 175, actually. Let's go up a little bit. Let's see what that is. There we go. I think we found the sweet spot, 165. The thing I'm going to have to add with that turnaround, unless I want to go through and make this all 9/8 at certain spots, I'm going to have to change that and take 1/8 note off. So it's right now it's going 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 9/8. Or if I change that up and do, yeah. Now it's in 4/4. 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 4/4. Let's try to do that just to make it easy. We can always throw the timing around a little bit to make it sound weird in 4/4, like it's not actually in 4/4, but still being in 4/4. I hate trying to change time signatures a lot, even though a lot of what I end up writing goes that progressive route. If I can get it to fit within 4/4, that makes things a whole lot easier for recording. I don't got to do a bunch of weird time signature stuff, and if I ever change the structure of a song at some point, then I got to move all of those time signature changes around. It's not fun for me, so I'm going to have to keep that within the 4/4 time, and let's just get something down here and get the riff going. So we'll get the first guitar going here, and we'll hit record. Hold up. Gotta turn the monitoring off because I can hear myself double because I've got the standalone Gojira plugin open as well. That's a tip for you guys out there if you have trouble with like low processing power with your computer for things like this, running Neural DSP plugins. One thing you can do is open the plugin itself standalone on your desktop, and then opening up your DAW. That way you don't need to monitor yourself and have latency. You can have lower latency with the standalone app and just mute the monitor feedback in your DAW and just record that way. I think I want to end on like a tritone. Just to make this really nasty, I want to redo that again. Getting a little sloppy. That's a lot of down picking that my hands aren't used to these days. It's gonna be a little sloppy, but I can always tighten it up later. Track 2. Same thing. Forgot to turn the monitoring off again. So let's redo that. Whew. Right? Something like that. Something basic like that. I think is a good little genty chunk. I think that works. And then I can change up the tone. Not the tone, but I can change up the rhythm a little bit and change it up and do something a little bit different the second time around. Close enough. I think that'll work for the time being. Unless I was just absolutely really far off, but I guess we'll find out. Let's record the second track. Okay. Not the tightest. It's a little sloppy, I'll admit. A little sloppy. I'm not used to this fast of down picking all the time. Don't judge me, okay? I'm no James Hetfield at the moment. I've gotten a little rusty. I did end up adding okay, that's fine. I'll change the one measure here because I added an extra quarter note, okay? So I made one measure of 5/4. So sue me. Okay, again, it's not the greatest, all right? I admit it's really sloppy, but hey, I'm just getting the rough draft, like I've said before. It's just a rough draft, all right? I'll get the tightness later. let's try to find some drums maybe that'll fit. But I got my keyboard working this time. I think I can actually do some keyboarding here. See if I can get something loaded up. I actually think I'm going to use a different drum library than what I have in the past. I'm going to go for the One Kit Wonder Metal because I find that sometimes this works really well with certain sounds, and I don't know how to explain it. It just sometimes it sounds really, really good with certain mixes, and I couldn't tell you why. I've gone through this whole thing here where you see drums and done EQ and all sorts of things to all of these drum, as you can see the blue tracks down there for the Matt Halpern library, but you know, something about the metal one and the fact that I don't want to go and reroute and mix all those drums myself, I think it's good enough on its own. Let's get contact going. I don't have any other tracks armed. Okay, so I don't screw anything up. We'll sit here and try to do some kick first. Since I've got the kind of laid out, I'm gonna redo the guitars because they were so sloppy and try to get it tight to the drums. That way it's not so off and I can actually work with doing the other drum parts, because it was kind of throwing me off there for a bit if you didn't notice, because you probably didn't. I edited it all out. But yeah, it was getting kind of hard to do any of the other drum parts besides the kick that matched the guitar, because the guitars were a little sloppy. But let's try to get this now that we got the drums to go off of. Whew. Okay, I'm having trouble. Why do I set myself up for failure with riffs like this? Man, this is killing my wrist. Good God. Let's try this again. Whew. All right. I gotta rest my hand for just a minute before I can jump back into this. I am killing myself trying to play this shit. Whew. Okay, so I went back and redid the guitars to be a little tighter, and hopefully this will help me out with this struggle I'm having with the drums for some reason today. My brain just doesn't want to work. Okay, I tried something a little different this time, because boy oh boy am I struggling with these drums for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I just can't seem to function today, but this is what we got. Oh, fucking finally! Oh, this is so much better. Just... Turns out I made the riff modulate a little bit in terms of where it sits in the meter. So that's why I was having problems trying to get this whole thing lined up on the grid. But we've got it now. The struggle has hopefully stopped for the day. So now I just need to add some cymbals here. Fuck my life. Okay, it has taken me way too long, a better part of maybe 30 minutes, trying to figure out the drums for this goddamn riff, because I'm an idiot and write stupid, complicated things for myself. And, you know, I did percussion in school, but, like, I never did the drum set or anything, so doing this is not, like, firsthand, like, oh, this is what I gotta do. I have some idea of what to put on, but, like, when I get into weird shit like this where it's gotta be custom, I can get stumped. But I think I figured it out, and this is what we've got, finally. Okay, it's not perfect, but that's the best it's gonna get. I can't spend hours here trying to get it figured out. I can always fine tune it later, and that is part of the process. Like I said, this is the rough sketching. It can be sketch, it can be rough, it can be sloppy, okay? And that's what it's gonna be for today, sloppy. And so this is about the farthest that we've gotten with this whole thing, and I wanted to add an extra little piece here at the end. I wanted to add a very cliche chung 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 riff at the end, and that is what I'm gonna do. So that's our riff. That's our B riff, all right? After all this time. Alright, so we've got our B riff done here with the drums, and that one went a lot smoother than the rest. Right, again, not perfect, but it's getting out the ideas that I had. So, I'm going to go add the bass to all of this. I'll come back, we'll play through it and see what we've got at the end. Okay, we have the final thing here. My camera's going to die, so we need to get this done. This is the final bit that we've got. Let's listen and be done. That's weird. The timing seems to be off with some of this stuff all of a sudden. I'm having all sorts of issues. I don't understand. Alright guys, as you can tell, this one has been a bit of a struggle bus today for some reason. And now I'm getting some latency issues that are all of a sudden coming up, like the drums are off now somehow. Like, I'm not sure what that's all about, like if things got moved or something. But, yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. Alright, so obviously something happened. I don't know if I misdragged a group of notes or there's some weird processing thing with my sound card or something going on right now, but I feel like this stuff was tighter earlier in the video and it seems like it's drifted, so I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm gonna play through this to show you what it is, however messy and rough it is at the moment, just so you can get an idea of what we've achieved today through this entire struggle bus, and just find a way to end this, because the ending riff is nice, but for some reason something in the drums on the first section we worked on got screwed up somewhere. I'm not sure, but just listen. That's what we've got. I'm not sure what the hell happened there. I might have had some notes selected that I didn't realize and quantized to the wrong thing, and it just screwed a bunch of them up and I didn't notice and kept going. So it's not as easy as hitting Control Z, but I'm done with this riff for the day. I've had quite the struggle bus with this the whole time, if you could tell. It's just one of those days, but again, this is part of that process. This is part of writing stuff. Sometimes you'll have days like this where you're just like, what the fuck is going on? And this was one of them. And it makes you feel like a shitty player, it makes you feel like a shitty musician, but I think there's some technical issues going on here that I messed up somehow with the MIDI, and I'm gonna have to figure it out at some point if I want to pursue. That last riff though, I do like that, you know, it's nice, but yeah, that's it for Chug Day number 2, Struggle Bus, and hope you liked it. Hope you like to see more of these, and go watch the first one. It was better than this one was with the struggle-ness, and otherwise, subscribe.